I was contacted by Sheriff Brian Atkins with the Andrew County Sheriff's Department, which is where we're at.
We received information from some of the neighbors that of a concern of several horses here on this farm that were underfed, not being taken care of because the owners of the horses don't live on the property.
Upon his receiving another complaint over the course of this weekend, the sheriff himself had responded up, found the situation to be very devastating. Seeing animals with no food, no water, no shelter. The sheriff then delivered 2 large round bales of hay out of his own stock to afford some nutrition to these animals.
I called a local veterinarian that I know and had him come out here Sunday afternoon and look at the horses, and his comment to me was that these horses are definitely malnourished. Basically that if they were allowed to stay here on this property in the condition that they are, and if they didn't get any better, that they would probably most likely not make it.
And it was decided at that point that a higher step of intervention needed to be taken, which leads us to where we're at today.
Veterinary. It's cool. Where's he going? Yeah, he's going to meet us out there. He's going to meet us out there. Yeah, he's going to meet us out there.
Oh, you're not good. You've been knee deep in mud.
The conditions here are unbelievable. It's so degraded. We're taking great pains today to document the scene, give it a honest and factual representation of what is witnessed here today or what is present here today.
Hi.
It starts out finding out what we're dealing with, doing a walkthrough of the property, seeing deceased animals, the conditions that the animals' habitats in, or lack of grass, the dirt barren pasture that they're on, the poor quality hay. Just determining what we have. That's kind of the first phase of what we do when we arrive. From there we kind of transition over into the animal handling portion, the containment portion, actually catching the animals, obviously in the safest manner as possible. Shut the door. Easy, 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 babies. Everybody here has a heart. They have a passion. I think if I told any one of the people with the Humane Society, go move that mountain, or tell them that they can't do something, it's going to get done.
I love what we did today, and the idea that we didn't want to stress the horses, didn't want to work them too terribly hard, give them time, adequate time to adjust. The adequate time is the hard part. That's the time you got to wait longer than you want. But it's best for the horse. And the team did really good today, I think, in that manner.
I definitely have a passion for the animals just because they can't speak for themselves. But it means a lot to me to be able to be here and have a hands-on experience, being able to actually pull these animals out of these situations and see them being able to nurse completely back to health.
The point where we're pulling these animals out here and I know they're going to be taken care of, that is the greatest feeling I could have.
My whole goal was to let people know that, you know, in my county anyway, I mean, if you're going to own large animals or large numbers of animals and stuff, you need to either be able to afford to take care of them, you need to be able to afford to spend the time with them, to feed them and properly take care of them, or if not, then, you know, we may be doing this again one of these days.
Oh, one.
It's a huge investment to rehab these horses. We'll have veterinarians come out starting tomorrow. They assess each animal individually and they'll come up with a refeeding program, also treatment for their parasites, vaccinating. Once the animals are up to a healthy weight and they've had their feet trimmed and healthy overall, then hopefully put as many of them as possible up for adoption.
It's a privilege and an honor to pull these guys out of these situations and get them to Longmeadow Rescue Ranch. I know they're going to be cared for. So it's an opportunity and it's a privilege to be here. Last night was their last bad night.